On today's episode of Watch JR Go, we are here with my 2006 Nissan XTerra that we got running, put a new transmission in the last video about it, and today we're going to make the world a little bit brighter. And well, mostly just finish the car. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and like I said, I'm here with my 2006 Nissan XTerra, and I have all the parts here to finish this car. Finally, it took a long time to get all this stuff together. If you guys remember the last video, I got the transmission to fix this truck for free from my buddy Duncan at NissanPartsPuller.com. So he shipped that over because it was just sitting in his building and it wasn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. So I paid the shipping. We put a transmission in this thing, and now he sent the fog light conversion for this thing. So we're going to install all of the factory fog lights. They literally, I mean, he says they just plug in. I haven't opened them or anything. I'm going to learn this with you guys, and then we're going to put everything else in here. But if you want fog lights for your XTerra and you want to do what we're going to do today, head on over to NissanPartsPuller.com and use code WatchJRGO for 10% off your fog light kit. So there's the fog lights. There's something else, you guys, you might know what's in there. And then inside we have new remotes, and it's ready for a quick wipe down. It just got hand washed today. Of course, there was a bunch of dirt in the air, so there's a little bit of spotting on there. It's ready for a wipe down and probably ready to head out the door. I know you guys wouldn't expect anything else, but on any car I own or buy, look at that. So it kind of holds it up, but I mean, it's pretty lame. And you can't even walk in unless you lift the thing all the way up. So we have new hatch struts right there. Let's get these open and get them on the truck. Maximum pow. Yes. Oh, look, they even gave you instructions. We don't need those. I've installed a few 100,000 of these things. These are the normal clip. Just use a screwdriver, free them up, straight bit there, pop them off the stubs, and stick your new one on. I have no doubt this hatch weighs like 100 pounds, so either put something under it, like a stick or a jack stand, or have somebody put their hand there for you, or close it and let it sit on your back, which is what I usually do. You gotta be careful with this, because if they come loose, bad things could happen in a hurry. So there's one clip, and here comes the second clip. I wonder which one was bad. Max pow! It's hilarious, says it right on the shock body. Boom. That's better. Apparently you only need one on this thing. Should. There we go. Oh man. That is what you want right there. Cool. Okay. First job done. Let's open up this box that came in from Nissan Parts Puller. Here's a box. Let's see. Where are you supposed to cut this thing? Should we just... Yeah, let's... Hey, look at that! The XTerra first aid kit that goes right here above us. Wow, apparently everything is just right here. Wrapped up very well. And some saran wrap. Oh, these are OEM Nissan instructions. Figured this would be something somebody made. So here's our like factory fog light kit. This is all brand new. I kind of assumed they were gonna be used parts, but brand new. So one fog light, another fog light. Bulbs are already in there. They have little adjusters right there. And here is our fog light. Well, it's basically a new switch for the column that adds the fog light control. So if you don't have the fog lights, you need that. This is used, but it's very, very nice. It's in great shape. Nothing's really worn off, and it functions right. Pretty cool. And then it also comes with all the clips and screws you need to mount this thing. So big win right here. We're gonna start by changing out the switch. There's 3 screws here. They're Phillips screws, and you're just gonna unscrew them. Should only take you a few seconds, and then pull the top cover off and the bottom cover down a little bit. I think we've got that one out. Usually this trim comes off a lot easier than this, but today It is fighting. Okay, there we go. Just kind of work around it with something to pop the tabs. Okay, the screwdriver did the trick. That thing's coming out. And now all we have to do here is push in these two tabs. That's as good as the Volvo one. The Volvo one was amazing. All right, this one has makeup and no fog light switch. This one has a fog light switch and an auto light switch, which I highly doubt works in this car because I'm sure it wasn't optioned with auto lights, but now we should have fog lights. Let's put it back together. Okay, now that it's snapped back together, we'll put the 3 screws in and we should be done inside. Hey, this thing definitely works. Everything works. Nice. Well, I've got new remotes for the XTerra because, like every car I buy, if it doesn't come with them, I have to buy the remotes. I just don't like to drive cars without them. So let's program them. So insert the key 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying this again for the 500th time here. Seems like I can't win today. So lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course it worked this time. There we go. Lock, unlock. Do it again. 2 remotes. All right. Apparently you gotta run real slow on the key, but awesome. Okay. Sweet. Let's throw this on the keychain. We have remotes. You can definitely tell the XTerra is meant to be an off-road beast. Look at the droop in the rear suspension. So the lift, I mean, this thing has the frame probably 24, 28 inches off the ground, and the back tires are touching the ground. It takes so long for the lift to pick this up just because it's got like tons of clearance and tons of suspension droop. Like, it was really built to be a very solid off-roader. I mean, not this one because it's 2-wheel drive, but I'm just kidding. I could probably put this thing about anywhere except for deep mud. So let's get this in the air and pull these covers here. They just pop out, I guess. I think I can actually reach up in there and get this done. Right in the face. In the face. Kind of interesting, these have a pattern on them and there's a matching pattern there. So the fog light just goes in and like nothing changed. It's like, it's almost like you cut this out of the cover. Pretty nice, Nissan. Look at that. You don't need the wheel well liner out of here. I mean, you might, but the Nissan docs say look around inside the hole and you should find a connector, and look at that. There's the connector. It's just sitting right there ready to be plugged in. And on this one, I found it right, it's tough to see, but it's that yellow plug up there. So here's the fog lights, and inside the bumper, these kind of install in a mirrored configuration. So over here, on this side, you'll have a tab for a screw. So you want to slide that on there until it snaps in, kind of like that. And then you'll have this tab that grabs a little piece of plastic inside the bumper. And of course, on the other side, it's exactly flipped. So we'll put that in there like that. Looks like that's good. It's gonna hold. And then we'll do the opposite on this light, kind of like this. There's the screw clip. And here is the plastic clip. And I think we are ready to install now. It comes with the screws as well, and these kits are specific to each car. Some of the cars need more screws, and the XTerra just needs 1. I am going to try to do this without taking the wheel well liner out because the wheel well liner adds a lot of time. So I think I can wiggle this through here. It does look like I can. And then go like this. And there's actually another tab that this clicks into. Obviously there's this one over here. And then there's a little tab right there. Yeah. Okay. So what's funny is like that by itself kind of locks the light in, and then you just kind of push, line up the screw hole, and put the thing in for real. Now to get that screw back in there, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna contort my arm back up inside with my stubby Phillips and try to get it. It's buried in there. But I think I can do that, and then we'll plug in the connectors. And this one that's taped up there, just pull. There you go. Rip the tape, take the tape out. It's impossible to see my victory, but you can hear it. Almost there. Yeah! And here's my stubby Phillips. Let's find out if my plan works. If you don't have a lift, this is not going to be fun. You'll want to take the wheel well liner out. Then it won't be a big deal. It says take the wheel and tire off, take the wheel well liner out. Our Phillips is tight. I'd much rather do this than have to take a wheel and tire off. It takes so much time. I mean, that's literally measured in minutes. Connector. See if I can get that. There we go. Plugged in, completed. I'm gonna repeat it and we'll test these things out. On the passenger side one, I moved the metal clip for the screw onto the actual bumper itself and then put the light in and put the screw through there like that. And that one seemed like it worked really well. But either way, neither of them are moving. They're centered. They should work. My only pro tip would be wear a hoodie or something long sleeve because it will destroy your arm with you reaching through all this plastic like that. I mean, it takes a lot to get down in there. So here we go. Fog lights. Let's get this thing back on the ground and test it out. Here's a key. Probably need the key to the fog lights. On. Hey, look at that. Unfortunately, the headlights have to be on, but they shut off with the high beams. Pretty typical. That is a ton of light. And those are cool. Just seeing it on the wall, it like doubles the low light output down there. That's a huge improvement at night, driving down back roads, whatever it is, and you see down in the ditch. Fog lights will help you out a lot. So, the XTerra is basically wrapped up. Let me shut this thing off here. We've got lights that are on, new hatch struts, new fog lights, the first aid kit bag. The hatch struts are amazing. Here's that factory first aid kit strapped in. That's pretty cool to have. Honestly, a first aid kit in a car has helped me out a lot before. I had a massive jet skiing accident and I always keep one in my Corvette. That thing saved me. Had all the bandages we need to put my face back together. But anyway, that is my 2006 XTerra. I bought for $750 and I now have about $750 in it. I think the hatch struts were $20, $30. The remotes were $10, $15. And other than that, I really only put fluid and a little bit of shipping for a transmission in it. So now I think I'm ready to send this out the door. I think I'm going to ask about $4,000 for it, which should be a pretty good return. And maybe I'll go drive it around for a while first, because it is kind of a cool car that I always wanted to own. Anyway, huge thank you to Duncan at Nissan Parts Puller. Again, I'll throw a link in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com where you can get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. All the improvements on the XTerra. Now it just needs a final wipe down and the interior done. The interior hasn't been touched yet. So a little bit of cleaning left and we'll just get everything just right. I was thinking about doing the BG treatments as well, and I might do them on this. I haven't changed the oil on it yet, so it wouldn't be a bad deal to do all the BG stuff, change the oil, and just make sure it's in perfect shape. I don't regret this one bit. It was fun. Throw everything back your way.